To KZN. We continue then with our local government election coverage in Folweni and in KwaZulu-Natal on the south coast this morning. Now the President Cyril Ramaphosa is in Nkangala in an area Umbumbulu. The ANC's campaign has already been in full swing for the past few weeks, with Ramaphosa leading party officials to campaign in impoverished townships and villages around the country. Our reporter Ayanda Mhlongo has more on this. I take it you've been following the ANC as they are indeed on their campaign trail there in KwaZulu-Natal. Talk to us about what's been happening throughout the day, Ayanda.
Yeah, very good afternoon to Flo and good afternoon to you as well. This, as you said, Flo, we're in the area of Nkangala in Umbumbulu on the southern or south of Durban rather, and this is going to be ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa's last stop today. He is on a 2-day visit here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, but it's going to be focused in the eThekwini metro, and as you know, tomorrow of course he'll be moving to areas west of Durban. He has been visiting areas and doing door-to-door campaigns from this morning. In fact, bright and early, he arrived at around 9 o'clock this morning in the area of KwaMakhutha, then moving to Folweni. And as I said, here is behind us, you can see the members of the ANC, supporters of the ANC, and members of the public who are eager to hear what the president of the ANC is going to be promising them. Of course, he's here to garner enough support for the ANC of the upcoming local government elections. Earlier on in the morning, of course, he was with my colleague Simpiwe Makanya during that campaign trail, and we know that when he arrived in the area of Folweni, he was met with some angry, disgruntled members of the ANC who wanted to have a moment with the president to speak to him about their unhappiness with the candidate that has been elected by the ANC to stand for them in these upcoming elections. So a bit of a scuffle there between the members of the ANC, those that are against the candidate and those that were in support of that candidate. Of course, we understand that the president trying to speak to those that were disgruntled and saying that it is a matter that the ANC is aware of. It's not only here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, but there are some areas across South Africa, and particularly for the ANC, where there are members who are unhappy with the candidates that have been elected, and saying that this is a matter that as a party they are going to be dealing with. Here where we are, we haven't heard or picked up any tensions at the moment. It seems that the people who are here are jovial, they're in high spirits, high mood. We've been waiting now for over 2 hours for the ANC president, who of course is accompanied by the leadership of the ANC, the chairperson in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and apart from going to these various areas of flow, you know for that for the ANC, and this is something that the ANC president has mentioned several times, that KZN, in terms of the number of votes that the party gets, is very, very important. And in particular, this metro, if we look at the 2016 local government elections, the ANC got 56% of the votes here in the eThekwini metro, and the party has said that they are out to increase the support base that they have, and certainly want to increase that number in this election. If you look at the numbers of people in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, 11 million, 3.7 million reside here in the eThekwini metro. So certainly a lot of votes that are up for grabs. Of course, while the president is dealing with trying to convince supporters of the ANC, those who might not be happy with the current state of the party, but also, of course, looking at ordinary members of the public. There's been mixed reaction about the election. Some people eager to cast their vote come November 1. Many other people have said that they're not satisfied with the government, they're not satisfied with the municipality in terms of service service delivery. In this area where we are, while it is pretty much developed, 80% of the people in this area do have electricity, 70% do have access to clean running water. There are those areas of concerns, and even those community members who have electricity, who have water, whose refuse are picked up, but they still say that there has been major disruptions of electricity supply, and sometimes they go for a week to 2 weeks without electricity. The southernmost parts of Durban also have experienced a number of water challenges, shortages of water, and the locals then relying on the municipality to send water tankers, which is not ideal, as many of the residents have said. So, Flo, mixed views about the elections. Some people happy, saying that yes, they can't wait for November 1. Other people saying they are not convinced and they're not happy with the state of the municipality and development in the municipality. But of course, we will hear and see when the president arrives here what the reaction is from the supporters that have come out here. Of course, as I said, that there was those tensions in Folweni area. Haven't picked up any tensions here at the moment, but we will never know. There is, of course, a heavy police presence as well. Members of the South African police, as you know, that although these areas is not one of those that has had any clashes or issues, but of course the police are here to ensure that everything goes according to plan and that people who are here are safe. Flo?
Ayanda, what was quite interesting this week, while we're talking about the ANC, and certainly we talk about tensions, but there's also tensions within the party. It was quite interesting to see former President Jacob Zuma, who in fact earlier this year was incarcerated, actually campaigning for the party and imploring people to vote for the ANC and continue to vote for the ANC. I wonder, how has that helped the ANC in the province, if at all? I mean, what are people saying about that? Are they convinced? Are they, he has a strong support base in KZN. We cannot deny that. And I wonder what's being said about that. The fact that the former president, who might have, according to some people, been angry with his own party, coming out strongly saying, no, go ahead and vote for the ANC. I wonder what people on the ground, particularly in the province, are saying, Ayanda.
Well, Flo, important point that you raised there, because that has been, I think, a thorn on the side of the ANC. It's been really difficult for them in terms of how they're going to handle the issue of a former President Jacob Zuma. They know, as you have correctly said, that he enjoys and still very much enjoys a strong support here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, not only within its ranks and leaders of the ANC here who have come out and their support for the former president, but also amongst the general public. And of course, what happened after his arrest, which led to the riots, there was a great deal of concern from the ANC that the Zuma issue, if I may put it that way, was one that was likely to cost them a lot of votes. So it was important for them, and I would presume, Flo, that the leaders of the ANC possibly might have met with the former president around that, and him then deciding to make that video encouraging people to go out and vote. Certainly it's been a relief for the leaders of the ANC to see that video, and it's something that they've been speaking about, that regardless of the issues and the challenges that the African National Congress is faced with, particularly here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, but here is former President Jacob Zuma, who they know is aggrieved, who they know is not happy with the current leaders of the ANC, but regardless of the issues that he might have with some of the leaders in the current state of the ANC, but he has come out to show, to encourage people to go out and vote come November 1. It has been a talking point on social media, and yes, indeed, on the ground as well. A lot of people, I think, those who are probably unsure and because of their support to the former president, might now feel some kind of way. But certainly, I can tell you, Flo, that has been quite an important move for the ANC. and it has really assisted them, and in particular some areas where they might have not been able to get to, because those are the areas where the former president enjoys a lot of support. So certainly it has been well received, but I can tell you, if there are people that are really happy about that message, Flo, it is the leaders of the ANC in this province, Flo.
All right, Ayanda, let's then catch up with you later on. I do know that you are waiting indeed for the ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa to address the ANC supporters there where you are at the moment. So let's give you a chance just to set up and get ready for that. We'll certainly chat to you later on. Thanks very much, Ayanda Mhlongo, for us in KZN, where the ANC is on the campaign trail. Well, the